Okay, so there are a few updates for the Freak module from Volt. Of course, I will put a link in the description to a video I made all about it and its different features. There are a few new models. There is also an alternative firmware based on Braids for mutable instruments. But let's start with a different model. So here I have Flame selected, which is an analog distortion model. Sounds amazing. I have here the Basimulus going through the Mimiophone to Freak. With the drive you can control the output level. So this is my sequence. Oh yeah, very nice. And now with the cutoff we can add distortion. This is the distortion amount, or how it's called, fuel. And with the resonance we can change the dry and wet. So all the way to the left it will be just a dry signal, and then we can start introducing the wet signal as well. And add some distortion. Oh yeah. And with the drive we can take the levels down if we want. Now there are a few modes to this distortion. So this is the cylinder one. Let's take it down, and now I have here also a nice pad coming from Nebula. So let's just send this now to Freak, and let's change this from cylinder to rodent. And now let's have a listen to this. Again, the drive is the output level. Now we can start adding some distortion. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh yes. Very nice, very nice. So this was Flame, the analog distortion. Okay, the next model is called Disjoint, and it's a DJ style filter. So with the drive I can add gain. Here I have again the Basimulus going through the Mimiophone. This time it's being sequenced by or from VCA. Now if I turn the cutoff knob to the right we get a high pass filter, and this is a 48 dB, so 8 pole filter. To the right high pass, to the left low pass. Of course we can add also resonance to this. Let's add also a nice kick drum. Oh yeah. Maybe some heads. Very nice, but let me turn off the kick drum also. But there are also other modes. there are also other modes here in Disjoint. So we have also just a low pass filter, and again this will be an 8-pole low pass filter. Oh. So now all the way we have the cutoff all the way just for the low pass filter, again an 8-pole, so 48 dB, again with resonance. Oh yeah. But we have also low pass 16-pole, so 96 dB. This is a nice one. Oh. And we have also high pass 8-pole. And we have high pass 16-pole. Very nice. So this was Disjoint. So the third new model is Nopskate, which is a flip-flop frequency divider. It can divide by 2, so 1 octave down, can divide by 4, 2 octaves down, and we can set also the combination of them. We can also select between summing the signals with the resonance or multiplying them. Let's add some gain with the drive knob. This is again Basimilus Mimiophone. In this case, after Freak, I'm sending it to Microcell to add some reverb. And now with the cutoff knob we can start adding the wet signal, which in this case it's 1 octave down. And again with the resonance we can select between summing the signals or multiplying them to the right. This is 1 octave down. We can select also 2 octaves down. And again the combination, so 1 and 2. This can work also really well with drums. So here I have drums coming from VCA rack, sound like this. Let's take the reverb down. Now I can start adding. Oh yeah. Of course, all the 3 models that we've looked at will work also in dual mode, so in stereo, but also in dual mode. Okay, let's have a look now at another new feature, a built-in VCA. Okay, now a really nice new feature of Freak is the built-in VCA. So here I have the Mimiophone just self-oscillating, droning, going into Freak, into a low-pass filter. It sounds like this. And I can control the cutoff. But there is a built-in VCA that we can use. So if I activate it, and there are 2 modes. First of all, let's have a look at the first mode. So the first mode The drive input will be the CV input for the VCA. So I have here an envelope coming from VCVRack, and I'm just going to send it to the drive, and already you can hear we have a nice rhythm. So the envelope is going to the CV input, the drive CV input, which is the CV input for the VCA in this mode. And in this case I'm in stereo mode, so it will open the VCA for both channels, the left and the right. But there's another mode, let me check this down, there's another mode that we can use the drive to open the VCA for one channel and the resonance input to open the VCA for another channel. So if I take another cable, I have here another envelope with a different rhythm coming from VCVRack. This will go to the resonance CV input. And we have two different VCAs. One for the left, one for the right. And again we can still control the filter and the resonance. Very nice. And by the way, this VCA, if I turn this down, this VCA is after the filter. So if I take, for example, now the Mimiophone out, I can bring this filter to self-oscillate, and still I have the VCA after the filter, so it will... Oh yeah. So it will control the amplitude of the self-oscillating filter, and I have a voice without anything in the input with two separate VCAs, or one as you wish. So this is a really nice feature that was added. And now let's have a look at the Vraids firmware. Okay, so let's have a look now at the Vraids firmware. I have here another Freak module with this firmware loaded. It's based on Braids from Mutable Instruments, and we actually have, for each of the channels of Freak, we have a Braids module. So we can choose a different algorithm for the left channel and a different algorithm for the right. So here, for example, I have the wavetable on the left and I have the wavetable chords on the right. It's going to the Mimiophone and to the mixer. Now, an interesting thing here, we have also a built-in VCA that we can control with the cutoff attenuator. So I can open the VCA. And now it's in mixed mode, so both algorithms are being mixed and going out of the outputs from Freak. So it's actually mono. With the cutoff knob we can change the frequency, and it will change the frequency of both algorithms together. With the A and B attenuators we can fine-tune. And in this case we can fine-tune them separately, so we can create an interval if we want. Then the resonance is the color control, and again it will control, in this case in mixed mode, both algorithms together. By the way, the Mimiophone is for now all the way dry, so we don't hear it. And the drive is the timbre control, and also here it will control both algorithms together. Okay, now this is, as I mentioned, the VCA. Until 12 o'clock it's the VCA. From 12 o'clock onwards it's FM, so the cutoff input will be an FM attenuation. So here I have an LFO from VCVRack. I can send it to the cutoff input and then open the attenuator a bit. You can hear the FM, the frequency modulation. But again, it's a built-in VCA, so if I close it all the way, I have here, you don't see it, it's not in the picture, but I have here the Keystep. It's sending a gate to the disting, which is set to send an envelope. So I have here an envelope, I send it to the cutoff, and now I can open the VCA with the Keystep. Maybe I can show you this quickly, just like this. So we can also use this built-in VCA, and we have also separate volt per octave inputs, the A and B. So I'm sending the Keystep to a mult buffer so I can control the pitch of both channels. For now, let's see. We can control A and leave B to drone. Or we can control only B and leave A to drone. Or of course, again, I'm sending it to a buffered mult so I can control both. Let's add the mimeophone a bit. So we have we have braids inside of Freak, and not only braids, but we have two of them, two braids, one on each channel. And let's move, let me show you the dual mode. So this was mixed mode. I can move now to dual mode, and now the controls are separate, and also I get a stereo signal. So the left channel will come out of the left channel, and the right channel or right algorithm will come out from the right channel. And the controls are also separate. So now we have color on resonance and timbre on the resonance attenuator for one channel, and then we have color on drive, and the drive attenuator is the timbre for the second channel. And already you can hear that it's in stereo, and now I can control them also separately. And of course I can modulate them also. Now when in dual mode you don't have the control of the attenuators, but still it's nice, you can still modulate everything. So I have two LFOs coming from VCV rack, modulating separately the left and the right. Very nice. Again, braids inside of Freak. Let me just take this out for a second. And let's see, we can move, of course, between the algorithms forward and backward. So we don't have to. So here, for example, I have the snare. And if I move to the second channel, I can choose, for example, the kick. And now the left and the right inputs are the strike inputs. So those are the trigger inputs. So let's see, let's take the mimeophone out. So here I have one trigger, let's send it for the kick. And you can already hear it, I'm just opening the... Oh yeah. Ah, this is the second channel. Opening the VCA, and now can take it to the snare. So you can have, this is in stereo, doesn't make sense in this case, but oh yeah, it does make sense. Everything makes sense with the mimeophone. Very nice. So you can also strike them. There is also the pluck mode, for example. So you can use the left and right inputs to strike the different algorithms that needs that needs striking. So again, Vraids, sort of dual braids in Freak alternative firmware. And that was it actually. So we had 3 new models. We had the VCA mode and we had Vraids, really cool updates. Again, links in the description to the video about Freak, to where you can get it, to more information about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. I will do this. If you enjoy what I do, consider becoming a Patreon. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the bell. Oh yeah, and have a good one.